lender apply them. I mean, if your client comes to you and says, we don't know how to, we don't know if we fit within half our hand, here's the criteria, let's take it to the bank and see if you qualify. Okay? The lender will apply. And if they need to see an attorney about that issue, we can share. Okay. So here's the second page of that document. And almost
On the back.
on the back side of that. Okay, so what's going to happen under the short sale agreement, if you've gotten that far, is that you have to return that document back to the bank, the signed version within 14 days, 14 calendar days of execution, of it coming to you. So if it comes to you, you're a broker, you're an agent. The short sale agreement is going to come to you after you've negotiated the terms, okay, with the bank. It's going to come to you, and you have it in your hands here. You throw it in your inbox. You got 14 days to return it, to turn it around. If you don't turn it around within 14 days to the bank may very well say, well, you blew the deadline. We can't consider them for HEFA anymore. That's on you. Here's the problem with that. The problem is if your client wants HEFA because they're going to forgive that debt, the first and the second, because they're going to get the incentive $3,000, they're going to want you to be diligent in getting those documents done. Do not leave those things sitting in your inbox for 12 days and then send it to the client for signature. Problem. Because what if the client doesn't agree with something, okay? Be very careful with that. If you blow the deadlines on this thing and it comes back that it's your fault, your client, if they come after them in 2 years for a deficiency, your client will say, well, you blew it for me. Whether they like HEFA or not doesn't matter. What clients think about is what happened at the end, okay? If you blew the deadlines for them, you're going to be involved in that lawsuit when the bank comes after them. Trust me on that. Okay, so be very careful about these deadlines. Be conscious of them, calendar them. Do whatever you have to do to get those documents out. If it's the client's problem that you're not getting those documents back to you, document that in writing until you're red in the face. Okay, every 2 days, send an email out. I have not seen those documents yet. Where are they? What are you doing with them? Document the heck out of the file. Documentation is the #1 thing that you can do. It's simple now, but can be a big problem later if you don't do it. Okay? Be very diligent. Okay. Okay. And here's the thing. It's not you guys. It's not just you guys. Okay. As attorneys, we document the hell out of files with everything. Clients, opposing counsel, everything. Because our job is so difficult to begin with, and then, if you say something this way or that way, you don't remember how you said it. If somebody says, hey, you said that last time, well, here's my memo on it. I didn't say that. So that's one thing you should be into a habit of. It's a pain in the butt, but long term, it'll make your broker happy, and it'll keep you guys out of trouble. Okay? All right. Once the short sale agreement is signed and returned back to the lender, you have 3 business days to present an offer to the lender. 3 business days. Once you get an executed offer, you have 3 business days to present it. That offer needs to come with a couple of other things, including the buyer verification of ability to purchase the property and the status of negotiations with the subordinate loan, so the seconds. So you have to give the bank a status of what's going on with the seconds as well, if there's a second. Now, there's a lot of offers coming in on these properties, so there's not a huge problem with trying to get these things sold within 120 days, I would assume. But be careful of the deadlines again, okay? And 3 business days means 3 business days. It doesn't mean Saturday, doesn't mean Sunday, it doesn't mean a holiday, it means 3 business days. Now, you guys, it's your procedures of what you guys are doing with the offers, okay? Sometimes you get offers, you don't think you submit them to your client says no. That's fine, okay? It's fine. Once your client says yes to an offer, submit it to the bank within 3 business days. That's it, okay? Submit it to the bank within 3 business days. Then the servicer has to reject or accept within 10 business days. So the servicer is out there, reject or accept within 10 business days. If they reject it, then explore traditional short sales if they don't want any more offers, basically. If they accept it, then great. You're looking at a closing time of not less than 45 days from the signing of the purchase agreement, unless your client waives that. And before closing, always confirm in writing that the second is going to release that second lien. Okay? They're going to put the onus on you to negotiate with those seconds, and you got to do it. Okay? Now, there's something called, oh, by the way, the RASS stands for Request for Approval of Short Sale. So the document that you use to submit the offer within 3 business days is on what's called the RASS, the Request for Approval of Short Sale. And that document is also in the website. All right. Now, what if you have a situation where you already have an offer, but now your client says, well, I want to go through HAFA, or the bank says, well, we're going to put you through HAFA. If you already have an offer, executed agreement, and your client has not gone through the HAFA program before, then you can use what's called an alternative RASS, an alternative request for approval of short sale, and that shortens the amount of paperwork you got to do because you already have an offer. You don't have to go through the short sale agreement anymore process. All you can do is just submit the offer with the RASS if you already have an approval, and you can make it go through that way. Here's some interesting things about HAFA, which I thought I noted here for you guys to know. The commission is the customary rate, not to exceed 6%, and the servicer cannot negotiate your commission down to make the short sale go through. Okay? So if they try that, if they're using HAFA, no way. Make sure the transaction is arm's length. Okay, what is an arm's length transaction? Well, the government is being very careful about what arm's length transactions are. They're being very, to use a better word, being anal about it. Okay, and the reason is because they see a lot of problems out there with people short selling to their cousin and then leasing back, or a lot of problems with agents getting involved in shenanigans with investors. The investor comes in and says, "Hey, I can pay you a commission, but submit this offer to the bank. It's like $20,000, $30,000 less than the market value." And the bank is like, "Well, we don't know what the market value. We're in Nantucket somewhere, We don't know what the market value is in Rancho Cucamonga. We don't even know what Rancho Cucamonga is, okay? If that's what they're telling us the value is, okay." So what happens is the agents are getting involved with these investors who will submit an offer way below market value, kick back some money to the agent once it goes through, and then the investor will make a huge profit when they sell it for market value. Do not get involved in that. It's a quick ticket to get your license pulled, okay? I know that times are tough, okay? There's no question about that, but if you write it out and learn the business, if you learn it right now, properly, when times are better, you'll be set up, okay? But you can't be set up later if your license is gone now. And so be very careful with people approaching you with emails of the investors saying, "Hey, what about this and that?" Very careful with that kind of stuff, okay? Nobody gives you something for free. So if it's too good to be true, the investor's saying, "Oh, I can do this and that," probably not going to be the case. Even if the documents look good, in reality, the way it's going to function, it's going to be illegal. Okay, so be careful. Obviously, they're not going to put anything illegal in the document they give you. "Hey, look at our program. We can help you. We can make you commission." You look at the document and say, "Oh, it looks good. It looks good in theory." But guess what? In reality, in practice, it's going to be illegal, and you guys are going to be in trouble with that. So stay away from it.